mainstream, but allow me to provide you with some additional data that further supports my analysis and exactly what I mean. Now let's take Stevie Wonder for example. Now Stevie Wonder is one of the greatest singer-songwriters of our time. But if Stevie Wonder would come out right now, Stevie Wonder wouldn't have a snowball chance of hell of ever getting signed, because Stevie Wonder is blind. And ain't no record label today gonna put their money and their marketing behind no blind guy. Not when they knowing they ain't go platinum promoting a pretty face, a mediocre voice, and just have a moving like Michael or dancing like Janet. Let's go ahead and keep it all the way 100. At very best, Stevie Wonder will be nothing more than another sideshow freak on reality TV. TMZ catching him on camera having cat fights with the Atlanta Housewives, and they will catch all that footage on YouTube. See how many views it gets. And if it got at least 1 million or 2 hits, you already know Stevie Wonder would have his own reality show, and it'd be Stevie Wonder, 4 women, and 3 other blind guys on the island trying to survive. And that's when the producer trying to convince the contestants, hey, you guys, if you be willing to eat this live rat, we can get you a $250,000 recording contract. But even if Stevie Wonder was willing to make it all the way to the end, he still would not win. Because the female with the foulest mouth and the biggest breasts win the contest, the $250,000, and the record deal. Not because she knows even how to sing or even write songs, but because she knows how to keep it real. It's the fact that we love to embrace the average is why Shorty more than content and happy with a semi-celebrity D-list status. Because as far as she's concerned, hell, she done placed herself in the right position to get pregnant by somebody a little bit more famous than her. She has actually no problem being a popular baby mama, because she still get to walk the red carpet. So she got an agent, a manager, a stylist, and a publicist, and the chick don't do nothing. Just give me this double negative. I mean, the chick don't do shit, but she simply a symptom of a society that's become so self-absorbed. But this is exactly what happens when you spend 40 years telling everybody they're special, but in reality, most people are just average. But to get to the root of that problem, you got to start from the beginning. But understand, as a poetry artist, you've only been conditioned to listen to poetry for like 3 to 4 minutes. So he was a good chance he thought this poem was damn near over. But baby, I'm just beginning. You see, like I said at the beginning, I have a very big ego, which means I have a tendency to be a little bit long-winded. So I'm going to take the next couple of minutes to give you the actual facts of how we became the arrogant assholes, how we are today. Now listen. Now after World War II was over, and the soldiers started coming home, Uncle Sam started providing the veterans with government-backed loans, where they could either continue their education or go out and purchase themselves a home. Now let's keep this 100% real. This is America's first form of affirmative action. You just have to know it as the GI Bill. Now with all this newfound wealth, the veterans wanted a new standard of living in order to raise their children. So they started moving out to the suburbs to get inner city conditions. I mean, basically just wanted to get away from all the niggas and the immigrants. And you add that to the fact that the suburbs are not affected with roaches and rats, but eventually they became breeding ground for what we now know as spoiled brats. Now all this was happening in the mid-40s and the 50s. And we moved into the 60s, those spoiled brats, they became hippies. And it was all about self-expression and rebelling against the system. But when it came to corporate America, they didn't want to hear all that talk, but you better believe that they was listening. In fact, the solution to the problem was actually quite simple. They said, man, if these kids are begging and stressing for the opportunity and some self-expression, then why don't we just package and sell them that goddamn self-expression? Which is why to this very day, these corporations market their products directly to your most primitive emotion, your ego. Which is why most of you do not feel complete unless you have 200 pair of shoes to match every one of your moods, even though you only have 1 pair of feet. Now, as we move into the 70s, those hippies now grown and having children of their own. And after a decade of social awareness, it was more than apparent they was only looking to become better parents. So they started reading a teacher, this crackpot named Dr. Spock, who started telling all the parents they should no longer physically discipline their children. If you cannot get your child to do what they told them, then don't scold them, reward them with positive reinforcement. That way, when they grow up, they'll have high self-esteem. And when they go out to the real world, they're prepared to conquer the American dream, which brings us to the go-go 80s. Now, this was the decade of Reagan and cocaine, baby. Yuppies with monies and drop-top Mercedes. No more flower power. Now it's all about getting high off of the good life. Big houses, nice cars, even the trophy life. But parents, do you know where your children are? Well, of course we do. We just gave them a couple $100, sent them down to the mall, and that's where they went wrong. Because now the corporations is raising them, and they're doing them much worse. They telling all the children, Just do it. Obey your thirst. Do whatever you want to do, as long as you're making yourself happy first. And now as we slide into the 90s, on the surface, things seem to be the same, but a whole lot of things have changed. We went from, well, gee, golly, gosh, Mom, to, Mom, you're a fucking bitch. Send him on fucking car. Now the spoiled brats have become mall rats. Now they're the ones making all the rules. Now they're the ones that telling the parents what to do, spending all their time buying designer clothes and shoes, or in their parents' basement, plotting to shoot up the school. Because now we live in a world of 24-hour media where anybody can gain fame. So whether I'm famous or I am infamous, you're going to know my fucking name. Now we're a decade deep into the new millennium. Now everybody feels they have the potential to be the new Brad and Angelina. I mean, just put me on TV and you will see that I am a star. I mean, I don't really do shit, but I'm definitely a star. You see, all my friends tell me I have sex appeal. I mean, just put me on TV and watch how I can keep it real. If you can't put me on TV, then at least give me a record deal. But whatever you do not allow me to live in obscurity. You see, I was born to be famous. I was destined to dance with the stars, and possibly be famous. And if I can't put me on TV, then somebody owes me an explanation of why I'd be willing to work towards anything worthwhile if I cannot do it on TV. And yes, indeed, I do have high self-esteem. And I do have high self-esteem. And if you could turn me into a drug, I would get high off of me. So just give me 2 more hits of that I'm the shit, and I will be bigger than MJ, Jay-Z, and even the Beatles. Because I have time.